Whether you hate it or whether you love it, this is how our economic system works. The way our system works, it is designed to benefit the people who own and invest in the companies. Not just the system, but our laws are also made that way. There is something called fiduciary duty. Fiduciary duty means that the people here who run the company, the executives of a company, their duty is not to take care of the customers. Their duty is not to take care of the employees. Their duty is to take care of the shareholders, the investors of a company. So what the executives are trying to do is they want to maximize this. They want to maximize growth, they want to maximize profit, and they want to maximize the valuation of a company. The valuation means how much a company is worth. The more the profits or the more that a company is growing, the more that a company is worth. And so in this system, the people who are benefited the most are the people who own a piece of the company, not just the workers. Now, when you are a worker, you get a paycheck. You're guaranteed a paycheck. You go to work, you get paid. As the investor, you don't get any guarantees. You invest your money here, hoping to see a return, but there's a chance that your investment will go to zero. There's a chance that you'll make no money in returns. There's a chance you could see huge returns. So you have the potential to make a lot of money, you have the upside return potential, but you also have the risk of losing everything. And so to compensate for the risk, you have the upside potential. And this is where now you have to understand the system and not just rely on your salary and understand how you can use the system to your advantage. This doesn't mean that you have to go out and start your own company. Because the reality, I've learned this the hard way, because I used to think that anybody could start a business. So I tried to push a lot of my friends to go out and start a company. And then I saw some people just were not cut out to build a business. Not everybody is meant to be an entrepreneur. Not everybody should be an entrepreneur. However, in America, in this country, the way that our system is run, everybody needs to be a business owner. Now you might be hearing me saying that and say, Jaspreet, what do you mean? You just said not everybody should be an entrepreneur. Not everybody should start a company, but everybody should be a business owner? Yes, because you can be a business owner without operating and managing the company. But there are so many different ways to do this. Obviously, the most simple and most accessible way is just by investing your money into a company on the stock market, because when you do that, you're investing in the company, and now you have a piece of the equity. But now what are you doing? Now you want to see this system work. You want to see the profits grow. You want to see the efficiency grow. You want to see the value of the company grow. And as that happens, you get benefited. And in this system, this is how it works. Now you can hate it, you can love it, but the emotions are really irrelevant. The reality is this is what happens day in and day out, and the people that understand this become incredibly wealthy. The people who understand how the system works make so much money because they understand the system. It's not emotional. They just understand what's happening, versus the people that kick, complain, cry, scream. They're the ones that get screwed over by the system day in and day out. And it's very unfortunate because most of us are never taught this. I was never taught this. No one told me this going to school. My parents are immigrants from a state in India called Punjab. I never had any sort of entrepreneurship education. I had no sort of investing education. These were things that I had to learn the hard way, by making mistakes, by losing money, by screwing up, by trying things, by doing things. And this is where I want you to understand this is how the system works. School teaches you to be an employee. It teaches you to work at a company to help the company grow. See, when you work at a company, you're working to help the company produce this product. That way it can ultimately grow its profits. That way it can ultimately grow its valuation, which benefits the shareholders. Sure, you benefit as well. You get your paycheck, you get your salary, maybe you get some benefits, you get some healthcare, maybe you get some PTO. But at the end of the day, the person who wins the most in our economic system isn't just the worker, it is the owner. Now, as the owner, you take on the most risk because there's a chance that things will go to zero. There's a chance that the economy will fail. There's a chance that we're going to see a recession. There's a chance that all these things can happen, which can hurt the value of your investment, which means that you can see your investment go down to zero. However, there's also a chance that the opposite happens. There's a chance that you could see your investment 10x, 20x, 100x, which means that you have no upside to how much money you can make, but there's a downside that you could lose all of your money and more, depending on if you're using debt or not. And this is where now you want to strategically use the system, which means, yes, you don't have to go out and start a company if you are not an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is great. If you feel like you had the entrepreneurial bug, then by all means, go out and start a company, learn, make the mistakes, and try. But if you don't have the entrepreneurial bug, that's okay. Go work for your company. Do the best that you can to be the best worker for your company that you can to provide the most value. That way you can work your way up in the company as long as you do something that you love. If you hate the company, then look for something that you're actually passionate about. Do something that you enjoy doing. But then when you earn your income, take a piece of your income every time you get paid and invest it. That way you can own a piece of the production, whether it's investing in the stock market, whether it's investing directly into startups. There's new platforms out there, like Republic is one, where now you can invest in startup companies with as little as $100. They're not paying me to say this, it's just one example of a platform where you could invest in these types of startups with very little money, and now you take on a lot of risk because most startups will fail, but you're investing in companies at a very early stage. And if you can invest in a good company that does not fail and that gets acquired or that goes public, well, then you can see huge returns on your money. If you enjoyed this short clip from my longer videos, here's another clip that I think you'll love. And while you're at it, if you're interested in learning more about how to start generating passive income, our team put together an amazing guide on how to start generating passive income for free. All you gotta do is click that button right over there. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep hustling.